It's time for trigger warning.
Trigger warning! Fuck your feelings, you little snowflake! Triggerwarning.tv.
How dare you!
Hello and welcome once again to Trigger Warning. Not quite the trigger warning we hoped to bring you today, but this is going to have to do. I am Hayden Hewitt and I'm joined as ever by Graham Sits Down to Piss Booth.
Oh yeah, you alright?
No, I'm not alright. I'm not alright at all. I'm a broken, miserable old man.
I'm not alright either, Hayden. I'm not alright either. So we're in good company.
I woke up broken.
Yeah.
I just woke up and my back so bad my legs were fucking numb. I just woke up broken. I think Mrs. Hewitt's trying to kill me. I think that's what it is.
Well, I thought it might be because of the filming, which made me think that fight we do is going to be hell on your back, innit? If this is how you are after just getting a few people, hitting a few bags.
By the time we get to that fight, dude, I'm going to be in the peak of condition.
Yeah, me too. No salt. Hashtag no salt.
Oh, dear me.
Not much salt anyway.
No, I have been out filming, but I'm a bit pissed off today.
Yeah.
Because went to watch Junior at his fucking dog hair on my hat there. Junior at his kickboxing class. All good. And finished there. I staggered to the car and we came home. And Mrs. Hewitt came home. Everything was okay. And then he suddenly got really upset and burst into tears. So I'm like, well, this is not all right. Turns out they've been having assessments at school, tests.
All right, okay.
And he didn't pass his maths test.
Oh, shit.
And he was told, he said he was shouted, but I don't know. He said that it was because he made a silly mistake. And then he didn't understand really what he'd done wrong. So the poor kid, I mean, you know, he does so well in English that I think he feels he's not doing well enough in maths, regardless of what we say. So yeah. I had to sit a 7-year-old kid down today and explain about, you know, how we all have to fail and how the most successful people you can think of got there through failing a lot.
Yeah.
But I shouldn't have been having this conversation with a 7-year-old.
No.
He shouldn't be feeling like he's let me down because he didn't do well in a fucking maths test. You know, I didn't tell him because I want him to do better than I did. I never passed a single one of those things. I didn't give a shit. You know, but I was heartbroken for the poor wee boy. So, yeah, that combined with my bad back has put me in the mother of all foul fucking moods.
You want to see this? I can't even tell you some of the stuff I'm pissed off about, but the little icing on the cake was sitting down and this being across my computer screen, blocking off that much of it. And it looks like Harry Potter, but it's not. It's a boy dressed as Harry Potter. It's not even the Harry Potter. And she's decided to just sellotape it to my fucking computer right there, right over where the tabs are. I'm like, why? And if I throw this away, she'll know. And she'll be like, but where's my Harry Potter gone? She fucked her hand up today. It took us 2 hours to get it out of her how she fucked it up.
What did she do?
We thought she'd got chemical burns or something. Her hands are all swollen and like she basically got under another kid who was sat on a chair and sort of pushed it up, and it just completely demolished her hands. But she was like, I don't want to tell you. And we were like, have you been in the bleach or something? Because we had nothing at all, and it's all rash. It's like a rash where it's like rubbed. Little fucker. I was like, tell me now, or I'm just going to take you to hospital. If you won't tell me, they'll just check it. They'll check for everything. And she went, it's like, I'm phoning an Uber, because I'm not thinking about an ambulance. Get an Uber. And, yeah, idiot.
We better say some hellos.
Definitely.
We got Lee Halsing. How you doing, mate? Paul Greystone, the Booth Conundrum, who says, bursting out crying is not the ninja path. Possibly not. Fat Belly. We got Cup of Tea, MK Fox. Happy Dog, who says I've never failed at anything. Happy Dog. We know that's only because you've never tried anything. Got Keith Kegwin. Keith's Kegwin. Jason Williams, the vapist. Craig.
I'd pay money to watch Happy Dog fail his physical.
And
Pay an entry charge.
Smoke Steve. Morgan Evans. Many people. And a fake trigger warning account.
Yeah.
What a strange way to go through life. Pretending to be this.
I'm rolled up with shame constantly. We've had a bit of problem, haven't we, as well, because it's daylight savings in America. Why do they do that? Why do we do that, Aidan?
For the farmers.
I
It's because we're agricultural societies.
was literally talking to a farmer the other day, and that was the first thing I asked. And they
Well,
said
he
no.
won't know. He's too
Doesn't
busy
matter.
dodging tax and hiding his Mercedes in a haystack.
Well, it was a she, actually, Hayden.
Oh,
You
you were
misogynist.
assuming that, you see. You were assuming that.
You misogynist. It
How
was a
do you
she.
know?
and
How
I
do you
said-
know how this person identified? Did you ask?
Well, she was chatting me up. I wouldn't get chatted up by
That doesn't.
a
That
gay dude.
they were chatting you
What
up
are
as
you
if,
on about?
as in any way that
What
makes
are you on about?
any sense. You sit down to
there was
piss.
a vibe there. But no, I said that daylight savings. What's the deal with that? So I don't know. We really don't need it. We just get up and do what we do when we do it. We don't need it at all. It's a fucking myth.
Yeah, it predates electric lights, doesn't it? It's so they don't
Yeah,
have a bit more
so-
daylight to
so-
go out and toil in the fields and
So why?
dodge more tax and bury campers and shallow graves and things like that. Things that farmers do.
It's fucking ridiculous, man. It's absolutely insane that once a year we all just like decide like it's an hour forward.
Oh, once we've got British
Right.
summertime, that's where it should be.
It's fucking
And that should be
insane.
renamed Greenwich Mean Time because I do like that. Because it's British. And that's it. That's it. Should be, that'll do. I don't care what Europe does or anywhere else. That's what we should do. I think that's the way. Not this forwards, backwards nonsense. Because every time it's like, I've got to change that fucking microwave clock again. I've got to go around my mum and dad's house and change 1,000,000 clocks they never look at. You know, and it's ridiculous. It puts me out. And as far as I'm
Yeah.
concerned, everything should change if it puts me out.
It used to be the one on your car. The one on your car was always wrong. You know, the little dials, and it's that
Yeah.
tiny little clock on the front there. But they
That's
don't
all
really have
changed
much
now, though, dude. Yeah, they take care of themselves now, don't they?
They do. Everything does. I can't remember the last time. I think that one there. But it used to be the case that your clocks would all be an hour out for half a year, and then they'd go back again. I just hate it. I just hate the fact that someone fucking tells me.
Oh, NPC 000001 has corrected me. It's British Standard Time.
That's no pluses or minuses. Thank you very much. Just 00.
Well, according to Google, it's British Summertime, dickhead, so suck that one up. I just had to check because I was sure. I was sure I wasn't wrong because I'm never fucking wrong. And Google says it's British Summertime, so roll that up and shove it all the way up your ass. Not you, Google. Don't you? I don't need to talk to you right now.
Keith's saying he's going to have to get up at half 5 to tune into this nonsense, and yet you will for 2 weeks, and then we change as well for some reason.
And then we're back to 6:30, which is far more
So
civilized.
half 6, yeah. I used to do that when I was in Australia. I'd either phone home, like, you know, like video call or whatever. Like, it'd always be like the crack of dawn for me, or it'd be midnight and I'd be wasted. I'd just be going, hey! And because I lived in a house with like 40 inner city immigrants, there was just constantly beers being passed around and all sorts of other fun stuff. So I'd be out of my fucking tree. It's
Well,
great.
we have to talk about the coronavirus, Graham.
Oh yeah,
Because
yeah. I was
There's
looking
a
into it.
symptom of the coronavirus that I find
on.
very, very confusing. And it's this fascination with toilet roll.
Yeah, it's really weird.
I
isn't it?
literally don't
Really weird.
understand why toilet roll. I mean, antibacterial hand wash is stupid. It's a virus, not a bacteria. So wash your hands with soap. Same thing.
Well, yeah, I was looking today as well, and apparently you're going to breathe it in. If you get it, it's because you're breathing it in.
But also, it's a good idea to wash your hands anyway.
Oh, it is a good idea to wash your hands, but all these idiots on Twitter proclaiming it to be the savior of the Western world. If only more of you bastards started washing your hands. It's fucking nonsense.
Oh,
Like
the Miracle Mineral Solution guys have popped up again on Twitter.
I love that.
You know, basically bleach,
Really?
water purification tablets. This will sort you out.
It's always better. It's always good. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, man. You should wash your hands. Of course you should. Please do wash your hands. But it ain't gonna do shit about the coronavirus. It really isn't.
It'll probably help lessen your chances of catching the regular flu.
Yeah, exactly.
So
It'll
that's
let
nice.
other things, yeah, which is good. There's a reason to do it. But if you believe Twitter, it's like literally the world's ending, and it's because people keep buying loo roll and not washing their hands.
The supermarket near me, they've now rationed it. But the funny thing is, I can just walk round to my local shop, should we need any toilet paper, and there is a marvellous selection of different kinds of paper with which to wipe shit off your ass, including quilted. So
I don't have that issue, man. My thing has been for a long time having too much toilet paper in. I've been so ready for this way before Corona even was but a whisper on anyone's mouth.
I just don't get it. I don't. You know, I mean, when you get the flu, you can get the shits, but to be honest, if you get the proper flu, you're pretty much going to shit yourself at some point. You're not going to get out of bed. You just fucked. The real flu. I don't mean what we all call a flu, which is usually a bit of a bad cold. And then the other thing that's confusing me is all the people who keep repeating this mantra: the flu kills more people, as if that in any way is an explanation or a reason not to be concerned about a virus additional to the flu that is killing many fucking people.
It's such a stupid thing though to stand there at the beginning of what people in the know are saying is going to be bad, really bad, and there's basically nothing you can do about it. And they're going, and so you're there at the start when just a few people have died and going, flu's killed more people, and it's like, yeah, but don't you think that the fact that like all these disease experts are like freaking out, is that not reason for you to also just be a little bit concerned?
It's a conspiracy so that Bill Gates can vaccinate us.
I mean, I saw it today. There was a guy talking about it who definitely was in the know. He was an expert, and he was saying that there's around 4 days that you carry it for that you're asymptomatic. So there's that 4 days where you're just giving it to everyone you meet, and when you actually get ill, it's because it's at such astonishing levels in your blood. It's like, you finally getting ill. It's like no, it's done all its work.
Let's put
at
a
that point.
little bit of perspective on this. A 100-year-old man recovered from the coronavirus.
Yeah.
Week. So everyone's falling into two extremes, and what we're dealing with is a flu-like virus that's coming at the same time as the regular flu virus, which is going to put unimaginable strain on the health services and things like that, to the point that we could end up theoretically like Italy, where you've got to have a note off your mum to go outside.
Yeah, I mean it does, but we already know it's got a much higher death rate than flu, though. That's the issue, and it is going to spread. It's going to spread like it'll be everywhere. It's like Italy. Italy is just going to be the standard across the world. I've no doubt about that at the moment. What did we jump? We jumped. In fact, I've got it written here. We jumped from 54 to 373.
Oh yeah, I mean the fact is we are going to get those numbers. All it is how long we can put that off for, and how sort of shallow we can have that spike. If we can keep it manageable, that's all it is. And
here's the thing now, though. I've been thinking about this today, man. Kids aren't getting sick, and it isn't affecting kids. So, and I don't know the answer to this, but do we close schools or not?
The reason to close school, kids might not be getting sick, but that doesn't mean they can't bring it home to you.
That's true. They can be carrying it. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not looking forward to them doing that because Junior will be bouncing off the fucking walls.
Well, not just that, man. How many medical staff are going to have to work through? Like, what are they going to do? What if they've suddenly got to look after the kids? A lot of medical staff have got kids.
Oh,
No.
there's no way
That's the
around
issue.
it that this is going to really test our systems big time. Big time. It's just how it's going to be.
Some MP was trying to shame Boris Johnson today, saying like, "Why have you not closed the schools? Why have you not closed the schools?" And it is like, well, the kids aren't getting ill, and that would instantly remove like thousands of people from the workforce.
And we're not there yet. We're just not there yet.
It's an interesting one. It's an interesting one because that's the schools thing has clung to me today because it's one of those headline grabbers where it's easy to like go, oh, Boris, you're a fucking amateur. Why have you not closed the schools yet? And it's like, well, there's a reason. You know, you don't just do it based off James O'Brien, or someone smugly going, you don't really know what you're doing here. It's quite an interesting one, isn't it? You do have to balance the fact that it's not just medical staff, it's the entire country's economy.
Yeah, I mean, let's set aside all our thoughts on government and politicians and all that. If you think about it, you're in an impossible position because you have to weigh up, people are going to get sick, some people are going to die. But if we do this, they'll definitely get sick and die. If they don't, they might. And what will this cost our economy in a year's time, in 2 years' time? You know, what happens if we do end up with like that really bad flu outbreak a couple of years ago with like, corpses in refrigerated trucks outside hospitals because there's no more room in morgues? That is probably going to happen. So just having to weigh all this shit up must be absolutely fucking brutal. But that's why we pay them £85,000 a year, I guess, to sort all this stuff out for us.
Leah's just said that Russia confirmed 4 new cases, taking the total number to 17, 3 of whom have since recovered. Asking if no one goes to Russia. Well, Russia closed its borders almost immediately because Russia doesn't give a fuck about what woke Twitter says about you. They just closed the borders. They were like, no, fuck it. And let's be honest, Russia's economy isn't exactly a powerhouse.
No. Well, someone said, Keith Skegwin, kids bring all sorts home. It's true. If any of you have got kids, you'll know that those first couple of months of school are just a nightmare. And then at the start of every school year, they bring something new home for you to be infected with. If you're really lucky, it's norovirus, because I had a wonderful time with that in 2019. It was fantastic. I think within the space of like 14 months, I had it twice. But that's what kids do. They bring every disease going home from school because they're all filthy.
Did you? My little girl had her mate round today, and they both just walked in with like snot worms, just there, just touching the going into the mouths, both of them. And I'm just like, this is why I'm always ill, because you two just give it to each other. It lasts a day for you. It lasts a week for me.
Yeah. Fat belly. Sorry, I just want to say I am aware of that. We are going to talk about that afterwards. I did notice that.
I signed it though. We can talk about it now if you want.
Well, yeah, let's, because we've done the coronavirus. We fixed that.
Oh. It's gonna get weird. I'll tell you what though. Last thing on the coronavirus, man. You know, my girl works in a hospital, and she just walked in today. The fucking state of her, the panic that's going on behind the scenes there, and the only thing she'd say is like, "This is gonna get way worse very quickly." It's just like,
there's no doubt about it. It's not going to be this end of time shit some people are saying, but it's going to be bad. No. It's going to kill a lot of people, and it's going to cause all our services and industries a huge amount of problems. But that's just what we've got to do. That's life.
Yeah. I saw a thing today that was like, you're looking at 500,000 deaths at the moment. Once it's all done and dusted and sort of calmed down and everything.
But I'm sure they all voted leave, so I guess that'll be okay to woke Twitter. Car's asking me about Richie. I've not spoke to Richie. But the last time I spoke to him, he was like, "I'll give you a call when I'm on there." He didn't want to talk about being ill, so we had a brief chat, and then I'm sure I'll hear from him pretty soon. I don't want to keep calling him, and I drop him the odd text to let him know, that just checking he's still breathing and stuff. But not had a chat with him yet. But when I do, I will report to you guys immediately. Okay, the grooming gangs. Didn't give Alex much time there, did we?
The grooming gangs, Hayden.
And there we go, yes. Yeah, the petition that was signed means there's a good chance the government's decision not to release the report into the grooming gangs, lest we find out what everybody already knows, might well have to be debated in Parliament, where they will still decide we're not going to see it because
No,
they don't want us to know what we already know.
I signed it, but like most things like this, I didn't sign it because I thought there's much chance of it making a difference. See, the problem is sometimes, and I'm not accusing you of this, but sometimes people get lost in the trap of like, well, it will be debated in Parliament, and then in their mind they're thinking of Prime Minister's questions.
Yeah, not 3 people at 2:00 in the morning. Yeah.
Yeah, and it literally, that's when they do it. They do it in the middle of the night when no one's in there, and they just bring it up. And I mean, maybe we'll get lucky, and a few MPs will jump on it. I don't know. I doubt it, though. I doubt it. The thing is, if all it takes is one MP with some actual balls, because that one MP, as part of discussing it, can bring up any part of it and get away with it. Like they don't just have freedom of speech there. They explicitly protected.
Yes.
Say things that would get you or I in trouble with the law. And so yeah, all it takes is one MP. And I know there's some Labours, some Conservatives, there's ones from all sides that want to do it. Just someone that's read it, someone that's looked at it, just stand up and tell us the important bits. So they just end up having to release it anyway.
We all know what they don't want to put out there, don't we? It's pure and
knows.
simple. Everyone knows what it is, but that rubber stamp, they think for some reason will set the whole country off. Because we're a racist, terrible country. Meghan Markle said it was all to do with racism, didn't she? Forgetting that thousands of British people lined the roads when those pair of fucking leeches got married, to wish them well and cheer for them. But we know that grooming gangs are predominantly made up of Pakistani men.
Yeah, I'm sick of hearing Asian. Asian's so ridiculous. It ain't a load of Japanese blokes calling white girls.
To be fair,
balls.
that's we've always referred to Indians, Pakistanis, and that as Asians because they're from the Asian subcontinent sort of thing. We've always done that. Well, English people, not fucking wannabe Americans like you. Obviously, Mister, I wear a pin.
No,
bellend.
No. There's if anything, I'd say Indo-Asian. You alright, so?
Oh yeah, you really say that, the Indo-Asian community.
Indo-Asian, yeah.
Indo-Asian, yeah. I've never heard you say that
East.
in the 4 fucking years I've known you, you lying sack of shit.
Oh, Hayden Hewitt doesn't listen to me. What a fucking shock.
Yeah, the problem is,
You
know
could just clip that out as a 30-second one.
you
Alex.
know I hear every fucking
There we
word
go.
because I will always bring it back up to throw in your face a year later. You know it.
Yep.
I just look like we spoke about this the other day, didn't we, on the shows? It's terrible. We watched one back, and it's like because you're doing a few things at once, you're listening, but you're looking at something and you're trying, and it just looks at sometimes when he talks, I just go, yeah, great, whatever.
Yeah, no, I've got notes on my phone, and then there is my notes that I've got on my second monitor, and then obviously Soph just harassing me for tobacco because apparently it's just too much to ask that she sorts it before we get going.
It was Soph that told us you sit down to piss.
Stop putting that rumour around, man. That's ridiculous.
It's not a rumour, dude. She confirmed it. It's a fact.
I did do the other day, actually, but only because I went at the same time as my daughter. She sat on a little potty, and the potty's, like, right next to the loo. I just didn't want to stand with it, like, at her face. Just we don't mind if there's any splash there. You'll be all right. I just sat down next to it. Yeah. And you know what? It was quite a cute, nice little moment, me and her, just like, because we were both facing forward the same way, because the potty's like next to the loo. Like,
I love the way you're making out like it was a special occasion you sat down to piss.
It was nice.
It was a special occasion that you did it alongside your little one, but normally you're on your own in there, aren't you? Sitting down to piss. Sitting down to piss.
Why would I do that? Why would I do that?
I don't know, Graham. I genuinely don't know.
If I'm texting and I've got a particularly important thing that I need to get through quickly, yeah, I'll sit down. Well, not as a standard. Life's too short for all that nonsense. not during the day when no one's here and I get to pretend I'm the king. No, that seat goes right up.
Hands behind your head, pissing all over it. Yeah,
Yeah, I just make out like it's always like that. And then it's down with the little.
because that's when you lose control, isn't it?
Insert
When you and you cough or something like that, off it goes.
I'm the worst for flushing before I finish, man. I've got this weird thing in my head. I just like to wee as it's going round, and I'm like part of something exciting. I don't know why.
Hang
Just
on,
always
Happy
like-
Dog saying no, we haven't, Hayden. Sorry, the
What?
Asian tag is a recent thing. Came in with the cock-ups of the Labour Party balls up of immigration. It was to confuse the issue when there were 2 million documented. No, we used to call them Oriental. Then during the times of the Raj, we referred to them as Asian. Partly what you say was to reference, because we didn't want to say they were from Pakistan, which is one of our historical interferences that went fucking sideways, where we cut a country in fucking half, went, that'll be peaceful. Instead created two bitter enemies that are now nuclear enemies. But yeah, just refer to them as Asians. They're from fucking Asia. They're Asians, like Europeans are from Europe. But there are vast differences across the continent of Europe. Anyway,
Yeah,
it's all
exactly.
bollocks. The grooming
if a load
gangs
of-
are predominantly Pakistani.
If like a French gang had raped 200 girls, specifically because they were English, we wouldn't be saying European rape gangs, would we? And we would be saying a French rape gang. We'd be saying, "Oh, look at all those French."
No, but
people."
we do say Europeans. Now, me personally, I think we should be able to say that the grooming gangs are predominantly Pakistani males, because they are. But then I have it thrown at me, that's racist. There are more white people that commit child abuse, and of course there are. There are more white people. Simple fact, per capita, of course. There's far more white people. There's, what is it, 2.6 million?
Yeah, but it's not the issue though. It's like bringing up, you know, if you're having a conversation about shootings and then you say, well, what about knife crime? It's like, yeah, but we're talking about shootings.
But that's what everyone does with these arguments. And there's nothing racist whatsoever about pointing out that most of these grooming gangs do appear to be Pakistani guys. What, how is it racist? A fact can't be racist. It's just a fact. A fact has no emotion. A fact has no opinion. You know, it's a fact. Yet you've seen it yourself. I mentioned that on Twitter. I have loads of white people crawling all the way up my arse about it. Because somehow, right, why are you focusing on that? Because that's what I'm talking about right now. In 10 minutes, I could be talking about Boris Johnson. Just, you know.
is the thing, isn't it? Trevor Phillips has been suspended from Labour, and that is one of the things that's been talked about around it is him discussing Muslim rape gangs, and it's like, oh, is that Islamophobic now? Is it? Because then, you know, actual Muslims must be also Islamophobic, because a lot of them are quite concerned about it.
I imagine they are, yes.
So, the man who, you know, I was chatting to someone about it today. Actually, it was quite interesting about how he is quite controversial and he does stir the pot and stuff. And for me, I was like, him going is almost like the death of the Labour Party for me, because it's like all activism, all things that are worth happening, especially at a governmental level, you need space to stir the pot and be controversial. You need it. Like there are no human rights. There is no diversity or fucking gay rights or any of that shit without the ability to be offensive and be exactly what Trevor Phillips is. You know, that's you need that. You know, the women wouldn't have the vote. Gays wouldn't have the right to just actually be around each other without being harassed by the police. You know, all this shit, man. In terms of some of it I liked, some of it I don't like, but all this sort of dignity legislation comes from being very, very offensive. It comes from people like him. And Labour are being absolute fucking idiots right now.
Oh, but you know how it is, dude. It's like on Twitter, you know, if a black person doesn't follow the narrative, they're not black enough. If a gay man or a lesbian doesn't follow the narrative, they're oppressive people. Everything. I mean, if you're white, you're just fucking wrong. But the thing is, most of this doesn't seem to come from black people or gay people or, you know, anything like that. It seems to come predominantly from the woke.
Yeah, who tend to be white.
Yeah, very white. Often men with full beards, vehemently arguing in favour of men going into ladies' weightlifting competitions.
It's funny though, because I saw a woke black guy saying how Trevor Phillips was as formerly of the black community because he's no longer black. But the irony of that is that this, I can't remember who it was now, some journalist, but that journalist ideologically has aligned himself with majority of white people. You know, like that. Sorry, not majority of white people. The people he's aligned himself with are mostly white. So he's there with all these white woke buddies going, "You're not black anymore," calling him an Uncle Tom and a coconut, and it's like, yeah, but look around you, mate, because all your mates are white, and you're spouting white talking points right now. It's a bit awkward.
I just love that idea. Right, you're not black anymore. What?
Yeah. Oh, they do it all the time.
Yeah, but that's not a club you can be thrown out of, is it?
I know, yeah. Well, it is for them, isn't it? Because, the skin colour, sexuality, none of them are innate things in you now. They are political statements. Even racism is a political statement. That's why they think white people can't be racist. It can't be the victims of racism. Because racism isn't something that you as an individual do anymore. It's a magical fairy that's all around you. It's a systemic thing. It's like, yes, but you're white and you benefit from whiteness. Therefore, you're just homogenized into the sea of like privilege.
Well, that's how I've had it explained to me that everything good that's ever happened to me because of my white privilege. Because I'm white, everything that's good that's happened to me has happened. Not much explanation for all the shit things. Apparently, that's not my white privilege. So all the shit I've worked really hard for, and managed to do, and all the shit I've failed at, it's my privilege.
See, that's the thing, though, Aiden. That's the thing. You can talk shit and get away with it because you're white. Trevor Phillips talks shit. No.
But also, I can get away with it because I'm fucking nobody.
No.
I'm not in the Labour Party.
Labour are expelling him to show him just how bad things are for black people in this country.
Oh, they're giving him a lesson.
They are, for rocking the boat.
Teaching that black lad a lesson, are they? That sounds familiar, doesn't it? That sounds very remarkably British from about 200 years ago. Yeah.
We've seen we've seen a few things about the trans athlete things here. Did you see that Lisa Nandy interview?
No.
On Good Morning Britain with Piers. Oh, it's worth a watch, man. It's really, really worth a watch. Because it's obviously, Lisa Nandy, she's probably not going to win it, but she is contender for leader of the Labour Party at the moment.
Yes.
And she's drifting into that thing. And you can see during the interview, because all Piers is doing is saying, is it okay for trans athletes to compete against women? Is that fine by you? And she refuses to answer. And the example he gave was, I've got it here somewhere. What's that guy? Usain Bolt. That was it. He said, if Usain Bolt took 4 months for a year, do you think it's fair that Usain Bolt runs against women? And she's like, that's a straw man. That's a straw man because it would never happen. And it's like, well, yeah, but what we're saying is, are you allowing the rules so that it can happen? Because if you allow it to happen, it will happen. It might not specifically be Usain, but you can tell she can think about this. You can tell she's got an opinion. She's from Wigan. She ain't like some fucking, miles away London Labour or whatever. She does know. She's grown up around reality. But she's so scared of the Twitter mob. She won't dare say it. She won't dare speak her mind.
And politicians really need to get past that because those fuckers don't go out and vote anyway.
Oh, of course they don't.
If their vote was important, Labour would have won.
But they've got 5,000 followers on Twitter, and they've got a rainbow in the bio and their pronouns and all that. So they're powerful people as far as they're concerned.
Oh, very well. Cancel. I'm going to cancel you. Yeah. You should not be heard. I mean, I saw it was a British woman, teacher, very woke, in her 50s. She looks, and Donovan, Crip Daddy. She was telling him off for using cripple in his name. She's like, I can tell that you just want to own it, but it doesn't work that way. And he's like, lady, I'm going to call myself whatever the fuck I like. You know?
Jesus Christ.
The guy's a fucking cripple. If he wants to call himself a cripple, good luck to him. But
The
no,
boy
she's telling him.
I know. It's so funny, isn't it?
What is it he calls it? Leg-splaining.
Explaining, yeah. Genius. I love Donovan. I
Must get
absolutely
him
love
back on the show before he's too famous.
Yeah, or before he just dies, man. The dude nearly dies every other week, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's not in the best. I mean, the coronavirus will fuck him up if it gets hold of him. So let's hope it doesn't.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, we do genuinely, he's fucking great to talk to.
He is. He's a good lad. And he's great on Twitter. He's such a cock, but he's amazing.
Terrible bell end. It's fantastic.
He's always such a fucking bastard to me. Because he's got loads of like mates that love him. And they've got no context for it whatsoever. They just see him slagging me off like fuck, calling me a Nazi and shit. But not just, he's never as lazy as just calling me a Nazi. He's always funny about it. And all day I'm just getting likes on his tweet just ringing up because he's added me. I'm getting notifications as well. And I'm like, oh, fuck off.
Well, what I like doing is I'll leave a horrible comment to him, being all woke. And then his followers just pile on me. Oh, the blue check's fucking here now, is it? And all this shit. And we're just in DMs enjoying it greatly.
Yeah. Well, I know that because I know that people are going to defend him and all the rest of it. So I'll be a bit of a cock with him as well. Fuck you, Donovan. I love it. I don't go as woke as you, but then again, you've got
blue tick. Blue tick just does
so
everything for you. It makes you the worst thing since Hitler. It's fantastic.
Well, it's not far off. I mean, we all just kind of get on with it now, but there is a really weird thing there where they'll blue tick people randomly. They said they suspended it, but they hadn't.
No, it's gone kind of queerly, really quite far left now.
It was weird. Like Douglas Murray, editor of what is it? He's the editor of? Is it Spectator or something? I can't remember. But
the guy I know, just go on.
But either way, like 100,000 followers, best-selling author, no blue tick, and then some guy from Palo Alto with 1,000 followers that writes for fucking some awful like Democrat blog thing. And it's
I might have one for you actually if I can find him. I don't remember his fucking name. That's terrible. I don't remember his name. I feel bad now.
It's ridiculous though, man. It's like just creating a class thing.
I'm sure he writes for Vice or something like that anyway.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure it's Vice, something like that, and he's been blue ticked. He's been blue ticked for sure.
Under the thing that they're apparently supposed to have suspended. Why don't they just open it up? That's the thing as well. Right now, politicians in this country are trying to get anonymous accounts banned from Twitter, which is just fucking hilarious considering the Orwellian bullshit they've been doing in terms of arresting
and
people.
Considering they won't validate you anyway at the moment. I keep trying to explain this to people. I'm not in any kind of club. I get banned and suspended too.
But it's
just all it means is that's who I am.
Yeah, but just open that up. Allow people to
let everyone
their idea, whatever.
I mean, for me, Graham, give one to fucking everybody.
Like, if it's just you are who you say you are, then why the fuck would you not open that up to everyone? It would solve a lot of problems as well. It'd make it a lot easier for the police to find you. I don't give a fuck, man.
It's because Twitter know that some people see it as something of value.
Yeah, because they've created it that way.
Of course they have. Of course
they've done that intentionally, and that's kind of what I was thinking at the start. They've just they've created this class thing, like because the people do have their blue ticks removed for being controversial. It's become and that's because of pressure groups going, they shouldn't have it. Why are you validating their opinion like this? Yeah. It's like, the fuck are you talking about? Donald Trump's got a fucking blue tick, and I'm sure there's not a lot of people at Twitter that like the way he talks. Brings us back to Lisa Nandy, actually.
You applied for a blue tick, though, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, ages ago, when it was still open. I didn't get one.
No.
I didn't get one.
I remember.
They were like, no.
What I remember more was you going, I'm just not going to mention it to Hayden. I'm just not going to mention it to Hayden. As soon as you walked in the building, Hayden, they didn't give me a blue tick.
They didn't give me a blue tick. You fucked me up. I mean, yeah, I'd forgotten about that, actually.
I enjoy Twitter. It's a cesspit. It's fantastic. It's horrible.
you just have to just like limit how often you're on it for. I just go on it now and again, and it's like staring into the heart of darkness. It's just the worst.
I go on
world.
there and embrace it to its fullest quite often. I adore how vile it is, and how vile so many of the people. I don't mean vile in a cool trolling way.
No,
I mean
no.
genuinely cancel your life vile.
Yeah,
And I adore that. I adore just talking to them and then getting blocked by them with alarming regularity.
it's so common that they reply and then block you as well. It's so common, and you just think, mate, is that it? Is that what you're doing?
They do that to me all the time. It's kind of a shame because some of them I'd really love to have a ding dong with.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
They just block me and then call me a name as if like, yep, won that one.
You know what though, man? If they just held off on the blocking just a little bit, then they wouldn't be surprised when Donald Trump gets re-elected or when the Conservatives won. As I mean, I didn't think they were going to win as well as they did, but I knew they were going to storm it. You know,
Oh yeah.
and they were just absolute disbelief, and that's because literally someone's saying, "Yeah, Boris Johnson's going to win." You know, they'll just block you. I don't want your trollish hate in my life. Blah 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 blah. So they can protect their echo chambers. There's actual data behind that, man. Like you know, leftists and leftist journalists, which is most of them. They don't follow people out of their bubble, and they actively shame each other for doing so. If they because Twitter does that, doesn't it? You click on someone, it says followed by. And I see them all the time. They screen grab it. I saw one, the Chipchin community. There's one, Anna Managuchi, and someone had clicked on it, and it said followed by like 79 people that you follow, and they just had to screen grab it and go, look what you're doing, supporting this band. and all they did was they didn't ask me anything on 4chan, and the irony of someone being on Twitter complaining about someone on 4chan is just insane to me. It's just madness.
They assume that somehow it's a cleaner platform. When Twitter is a haven for paedophiles, dog fuckers, lunatics, terrorists, fucking all sorts.
Fucking communists, man. Open communists.
And luxury communists.
It's right there with fucking Nazis. It's right there. There's no fucking... that is on the same level. And they're not just on there proud and verified. They're getting brought on the BBC.
They're getting protected on Twitter.
Yes. And then people are on Twitter going, hey, can you believe this? This person said something controversial because he doesn't really like that kids are getting raped. And it's like, well, yeah, but not that they'd ever frame it that way. It's like, to them, it's like, well, this is just an excuse to hate brown people.
Where else on earth could a paedophile say to you, well, you're triggered, aren't you?
Are you triggered, are you?
Triggered. Of course I'm fucking triggered. You're a fucking paedophile. And you make my skin crawl. Well, I'm a non-offending. Bolt
Hey, man.
gun.
Some kids are gorgeous, but you just can't cross that line. Just the way it is.
It's the fact that they say, what harm are we doing? It's like, you guys are all on here endlessly discussing the age of consent and the nature of consent, which only leads me to one conclusion, that you're looking for the fucking loophole that's going to let you stick your dick in a kid.
Yeah.
That's why that re-education camp we discussed would be probably the finest idea. Sign over the door, kids in here. When they stick their head through the peephole, the fucking bolt gun.
Imagine how much fun it'd be. Like, this is how communism and Nazis and all that happen, isn't it? Because you just like imagine how fun it'd be to work at like a pedo slaughter. It'd be great. You'd be like whistling to work every day,
putting your wellies and your rubber apron on,
coming up with new ways to do it, citing things you could try out. You'd be thinking about it on the couch at night, like, oh, I know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. That's how it happens, man. That's how.
To be honest,
how
much like getting meat. I don't know that I'd want it to do myself, but I'm glad other people can do the job.
I'm glad you're proud of your work.
You know. Oh, Alex Jones
What's he done?
got done for drink driving.
Oh, did he? Bless him.
And Danny Jock popped up in the stories. A guy that used to be on Lively. Nice guy, Danny. Had his life turned upside down just because people didn't find him amusing, so they fucked his life up. Lost him his job anyway. Cancelled.
Not very nice.
No, and it was just because he didn't even do anything to anybody. You know, they didn't find him amusing, so they cancelled him. Danny was right on there going, "Oh, he's been doing this for years. He's always drunk driving around here." Oh. So of course it's a bit of a conspiracy because he's got a platform where he can say that. Because you would say that, wouldn't you? You wouldn't come out and go, "No, you're right. Yeah, I was pissed." Because apparently he blew just under the legal limit, but they can still charge you if you appear to be out of control. It's like,
right.
dude, it's Alex Jones. He's been out of fucking control for years.
Yeah, how would you measure that with him? 'Cause
You know,
that's not fair. Surely that's going to get thrown out. Surely. I mean, fair enough they've charged him, but...
no, that's the
Come
law
on.
there. That's the law there. If they determine that you're not in full control of your vehicle, you can be charged, even if you're under the supposed
Yeah,
legal
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, charged, but that doesn't mean it'll go through court. You know, they
Oh, yeah. They're after him now.
because
They're
he's
after
going
him.
to turn up like that, isn't he? We'll have to see it. We'll have to see.
Well, he's still got to deal with the Sandy Hook thing, hasn't he?
Is that still going on?
What's that? Oh, yeah. It's not finished yet, as far as I know.
Motherfuckers. Just leave him be, man. He's had enough. Go on, let him carry
Never
on.
mind
telling
that.
his-
Never mind that he denied the existence of your murdered children.
I know, but he's admitted to it now. He's done and dusted. He said it. He said he knows
I
it's
agree
true.
with you in logically, but if I were one of those parents,
Oh well, no, it's just the fucking American system just takes so long. They just piss about so much. They've added so many loopholes and like legal stretches where it's all about just running out your money, isn't it? So that you give in. It's fucking disgraceful, man. I love a lot of things about America, but their legal system has become grossly bloated. It's ridiculous.
there's a guy I watch on YouTube. It's actually, I was learning a bit about drones. I started trying to watch some drone channels, but I've discovered that many of the people who fly drones are just fucking the worst. However, there's this one guy, I think his name's Ken Heron. I'll check up in a bit. Really engaging, really entertaining, really nice guy, and you end up like enjoying his videos. Even though I've gone past the point where I need to know any more about drones right now, I still watch his videos because I like the way he presents his stuff. It's really good. And he also vlogs parts of his life, and one of them was he was up in court for something or other, and he missed his court date because he was rear-ended in his car. And it gave him some minor brain damage, but he forgot shit, and he was messed up. He was in a coma for a day. He was in hospital for a couple of weeks. He was fucked up. So he got his court date wrong. They still tried to. Not only did they bring up a contempt of court charge, the district attorney wanted him put in prison for 10 days because it nearly came to pass. But he had a really good lawyer. Let me just check on that name because if you're vaguely interested in flying things, he doesn't need our props. He's doing very well for himself. I'm in completely the wrong browser here, but no, yeah, it's Ken Heron.
Ken Heron.
I think he used to do radio or something. I'm really not sure, but he's very engaging and he does make some very funny videos. And yeah, I enjoy his stuff. If you want to watch people flying drones.
I was going to have a look then. It's just like, here we go. Just forget your ear.
No, but like I say, a lot of the drone guys did kill me. It's like most specialist things, isn't it? They're just not always attracted by the most... doesn't always attract the most interesting and socially comfortable people. But he's really good. It's the Starburst Film Festival this weekend.
Oh, is it? Ooh.
I was asked if I'm going.
I don't think so.
So I might. In fact, I've got a message off Lawrence here now. One sec.
I don't think I will. We'll see. Let me know if you go.
Well,
But
it's because it'd be nice to catch up with Lawrence again because I've not seen him for ages
Yeah.
because I missed him last time he was in town. So go to hang out with the Human Centipede dude for a while. That'd be cool.
I can't handle it, man. He's so lovely, but I can't stop staring at his eyes and getting like bad times.
Such a cool guy though. Such a nice guy.
Really, really nice guy. Really nice.
Tom Six's new film still isn't out.
Really? Why not?
Because I think he's running into the same distribution issues he had with the original Centipede, with people giving it the, this is never going to come out sort of thing. But because it's apparently just like hugely offensive. Not gory. It's not a gore flake like Centipede 2 or 3. But apparently it's really, really fucking offensive. So I can't wait to see it.
He wants to try and get it on at like really mainstream places so that they can really publicly ban him and say no.
Oh, of course he does. That'd be the
know.
most beautiful thing that could ever happen to Tom Six.
Yeah, try and get it on Disney Plus or something.
The thing people have to remember about Tom Six is he lives and breathes this shit. He loves offending people. He wallows in it, and whilst reclining on his fucking chaise lounge, fucking smoking them big fucking cigars. He lives for that shit, Still gotta hope we can get him to Manchester though, so that we can get him on the show. I would love to have Tom Six on the show, and Lawrence. We'll get Lawrence on.
Lee's saying, "I hope Play Expo Manchester isn't cancelled." Now, here's the thing, man. I'm one way or the other about schools closing, but in terms of Play Expo, I mean, even if it was on, would you go? Would you go? Really? The hygiene at those places isn't good at the best of times.
Is that a gamer convention?
Yeah. It's got. To be honest, I used to go when I did Game Face and I covered it and stuff, and I just kind of.
But just to be sure, is it a room full of gamers?
Yeah. Oh yeah. All
Lee,
handling.
you might as well go and drink the contents of a septic tank.
Yeah. The thing is though, man, it's literally like everyone taking turns on consoles, queuing up to all touch and play the same thing. It's like, mate. Aside from being in the queue, being in the room with thousands and thousands of people.
I wouldn't be in the room with 10 gamers. Disgusting. I remember how the studio smelled after Game Face. Oh.
There's only so far that, alcohol rubs will go, man. I mean, you catch it by breathing it in, so don't go to Play Expo. Don't go to Play Expo anyway. I mean,
if you want to create some space, cough a lot.
You could go to Arcade Club. I guarantee you this, right? You could spend the weekend at Arcade Club and have a better time than you would at Play Expo. That's in my humble opinion, anyway.
You could just stay at home and go on your PlayStation.
Yeah, you could. Well, that's what I'll be doing.
It seems to make sense to me.
Playing City Skylines. Only I don't actually play it. I just watch it. I just put it on and go. And just, have you ever played it? It's like
I keep creating gridlock.
Yeah, well, no, that's all I do is I just build roads and watch the cars go through the junctions,
and then fall asleep.
I don't have the space for anything else. Like shit today with the fucking upper hands and no, it's just like no, I just need to just look at that for now.
Have I still got City Skylines installed? If I have, I'm going to play it.
Well, I had the expansion that I don't remember buying because they have the sales on all the time. I went to see it; it was on sale, so I went to see if the expansion was, and it said purchased. I was like, I don't remember buying that.
Did I buy it on Steam or is it on PlayStation?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
I think it was PlayStation when you got it.
Yeah, that doesn't mean I've not accidentally bought it on Steam. I've got a very unusual relationship with Steam.
You fucking love it, don't you?
They just pop up and go, oh, this is 35% off. I don't even know. Oh, I'll have that. And then it sits there on my Steam account forever. Oh, I don't remember my password for Steam.
Dude, I bought like 2 months ago that Indiana Jones game. You remember the old point and click one? I don't know if you even remember it now, but not Crystal Skull. I've got that in my head now. Temple of Atlantis. Indiana Jones and the Temple of Atlantis.
Yeah. 2
months it's been sat there. I've just not touched it. So whenever I go on the computer, I'm just doing trigger warning stuff now. Like, actual computer time is just spent collating my notes. That
I can't even log into Steam, Graham. I'm going out in mind here.
Why not? Because it auto logs in.
No, not mine.
No, I mean I always forget my password because it auto logs. Dude, you know I've got Animal
I shouldn't
Crossing.
be doing this now, should I?
You know I've got Animal Crossing pre-ordered, right, for March the 20th. And I've got it pre-ordered for March the 20th because I know my daughter's going to lose her fucking mind playing as an adorable little version of her, meeting cats and bunnies and shit. But the amount of people I follow on Twitter who are literally 35 who cannot contain themselves. They can't wait for Animal Crossing, and I'm like, really? Like, I'm like, don't get me wrong, man. I'm gonna have a good time playing it and everything, but people are literally like, there's 12 days to go, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do, and it's like, well,
Get a fucking life, you sad bastard.
yeah, read a fucking book, dickhead. It's just Animal Crossing. It's not.
Log into Pornhub before the people finally get it cancelled. They're after cancelling Pornhub now.
Why?
Because apparently it's used by sex traffickers and I don't know, but apparently
So's
Pornhub's
everything,
next.
though.
But it's
So's
just, don't they realise, like, okay,
everything.
we'll cancel the largest porn site in the world. It's not like there aren't, thank heavens there aren't many more people can go to instead. You know, there's a shortage of porn sites, Graham. There's only a couple.
I make my own porn anyway. I'm all right. I don't use porn. I'm not reliant on Pornhub. The financial incentives are terrible, awful. Unless you like that girl that we were looking at the other day, where you're getting like literally millions of hits, it's not worth it.
Which girl was that?
You know, the cosplaying one with all the.
Oh gosh, yes, yeah, I
Only
remember the one that
she
followed
gets-
the one that followed me.
Yeah, she gets the vaginas out and all that.
Didn't follow you, did she?
No, she didn't follow me. No.
Followed me.
Maybe.
I unfollowed her. I don't know if she still follows me. I just got a bit bored of the posts, but
Yeah.
what
Dude,
was her
before I
name? What was her name? I don't think she follows me anymore. 'Cause
She's on Twitter. She was called NPC Princess 666.
I think that's probably gone then.
Because that was part of the reason I liked her. She's got like a counterculture thing going on. She's very anti-woke.
She's still following me.
Oh, nice. There you go. You just betrayed her. Dude, did you see that video that I shared on Twitter?
Betrayed her.
The
Fucking
girl
cam girl.
throwing the firebomb. Did you see
No,
it?
no.
Oh, it's so good. It's so fucking good. Wait. Let me send it you now. Let me send it you right now.
Send it me right now. What you
I'll send it
sending
you.
on?
On Gmail on the Hangouts chat.
Okay,
There you go.
I'll get that.
See the tweet? It's Alexandro Bermudez, and he said that Mexican pro-abortion feminists try to learn how to throw a bomb without much stress. And as you can see, some girl throws a Molotov, fucks off as it explodes around all her friends.
Oh, result.
I know. Brilliant.
Oh,
good.
that one's on fire.
Yeah. There's the girl just going, ooh. I mean, I've not got the sound on now, but they're all just going, ooh.
She managed to miss every single police officer. That's quite impressive.
It's an interesting one, though, if you look at the backstory, because he said pro-abortion feminists, and that's apparently not why they're actually marching. I mean, they are that kind of lunatic feminists, so it's not a completely unfair characterization, but they're marching against the murder rate for women in Mexico, which is actually like 10% of the murders are women. And they're going mad about it, but that means that 90% of the murders are men.
Oh yeah.
And they don't give a fuck. It's just like they're just going, like for them, 10% is a number so high that they are literally throwing Molotovs at their own feet.
Motolovs.
Motolovs.
What are Motolovs?
Oh, you know what I'm fucking talking
What
about.
are Motolovs?
Shut up.
How do you say it, Graham?
Fuck you, man.
How do you say it?
They're throwing firebombs at their own feet.
Molotovs.
Fuck you.
Molotov.
Oh, so you understood me well enough to correct me
No,
then, did you?
law,
It was
tough,
close enough to correct me, was it?
not
So you
Motolovs.
understood. You understood
Motolovs.
what I was saying, yeah.
Throwing the Motolovs. So
Motherfuckers.
mank.
I take all this fucking shit all fucking day,
All day.
and then I come here and it just carries on.
Motoloff. She's throwing them Motolovs.
Fuck you. I'm not ashamed of my accent.
Should be.
No, I'm not ashamed of anything. There's no oh, fuck you, happy dog. Motolov. Look, mate. Look, they're all just writing it in the chat.
So you
Fuck
see,
all of you.
I've gone to NPC Princess 666's profile now. It's like, oh, cool tits.
Yeah, I've not looked at her page for ages. Actually, I do like her, though.
Vagina. Crikey.
She's oh shit. I almost just tweeted that instead of searching it. As a proper. Oh, there we go. Oh no way, dude. Twitter has autofilled. So I've typed NPC, and it's autofilled NPC Princess 666. Which makes sense. She's one of the most popular people on Pornhub at the moment. She's been in like the top 10 models quite a bit. Oh hello. Bless your little face, eh?
Happy Dog's got a request for you.
Nah, I saw it. He can go fuck himself. I tell you what, Happy Dog, if you ever bother coming down again, I'll say it for you then.
Say hyperbole.
No.
Go on, say hyperbole.
No, I'm not a fucking dancing monkey.
It's a silent H.
You can fuck off.
Hyperbole. I don't know
You
what
just
that
told
means.
me coronavirus porn, and now I need to look at that. Oh shit! Daughter goes on here though. It's gonna autofill, isn't it? She'll type P to find something. Well, she'll probably be searching penis anyway. She keeps saying it. Right, corona. Oh yeah, autofilled straight away. Victim not allowed to leave. Gets more than he bargained for. Yes.
What time is it? Are we done?
Yeah, we're done, man. Yeah, I mean, you can probably tell we're done by the fact that I'm just sat here browsing pornography. Face sitting coronavirus, no mask. It doesn't matter if he's sitting on his face. Fucking mask isn't going to save you. Oh, that's got nothing to do with coronavirus. Wait, there's live cam models right now. I didn't know they did that.
What, live cam models?
On Pornhub.
No.
They must be the special ones if they're on such a prestigious website. I'm excited.
Ah, yeah.
I might keep the headphones on once we go off air.
What, are you going to tip him, yeah?
Just throw all my money at them. Do you love me now? What does he say for that? It's simp, isn't it?
Yes. You're going to
It's
simp.
Yeah, and I've still not fully defined what simp means. I can't, because there's so many knobheads that just say it to anyone that's ever nice to women ever. They're just like, fucking simp. But giving women to e-girls giving money to e-girls is definitely simp. I'm sure of that.
It's definitely fucking stupid. I'm pretty sure of that. You know, I just don't get it. But there's some men that like to be financially dominated, aren't there? So
Yeah. Well, we've been into that a lot, haven't we? We spent a whole fucking episode on that once, and it was it's still haunting me. But yeah, it is. Speaking of stupidly sending money to people dancing for you on webcams, if anyone does want to donate to the show, we do have the PayPals and everything. Just go on the support us section of the description. It's all there, man. PayPal, merch, Patreon, Streamlabs, even Bitcoin, and all the rest of it.
Bitcoin, didn't we have some fun with that the other day?
Yeah, we've had Brave problems, haven't we?
Logged on to Brave, expecting, you know, like maybe, I don't know, 100 BAT, which is basic attention tokens. He said, you have been deposited 106 Bitcoins, which, in case you don't know, and I didn't, is apparently worth somewhere in the region of £650,000. Now, obviously, we were fully aware we had not received £650,000. But that didn't stop me contacting Brave to ask where our £650,000 was.
Where's my money, motherfucker?
They explained very carefully to me that it was a display error and they were fixing it. And there's the thread on GitHub to follow, just in case. So I've let it go for now, but we'll have to do a show about how we were ripped off.
Yeah, display error my ass.
For 640 odd thousand pounds. Could have been us, Graham.
Yeah.
Trigger warning would have been
Right there.
sorted for the next 15 fucking years.
I know, yeah. Enough to buy a house right there, that was.
A trigger warning house.
Brave just stole it from us.
Took it. Whoever gave it us, though, thank you for the £600,000, but Brave have kept it.
If you could send us some sort of receipt or something next time.
I had to call Ferrari and say that £50 deposit I put down, could I have it back, please?
I've already given half of it to Eve, girls. I got that PayPal credit. Fucked it now.
Yes, 600 quid in debt. What for? Just giving it to fucking e-girls. Sorry, sex workers. Fucking prostitutes. Why have they changed in? We're sex workers. We demand respect. I don't respect you. I'm sorry. I just don't. Male, female, or otherwise. I don't have to respect you. I don't respect anyone who earns a living by choking on dick on the internet. Especially when it's a choice. It's not like you're a heroin addict out there on the fucking streets and that's all you've got left. You made a choice. You said, I don't want to work because I'm too fucking stupid, so I'm going to suck a dick on the internet and make some cash.
By the way, if any of my girls are watching, as everyone knows, I am a pimp and I do respect my girls and I am in no way associated with the nonsense Hayden is talking right now. I respect each and every one of you.
You would respect someone that chokes on dick on the internet.
Of course I do, man.
But
My
I
girls
don't.
are good girls.
I don't. But I've been lectured. I was lectured by a fat one on Twitter for not only being anti-Semitic but being fat. It's like, you're a fat fucking prostitute who sucks dick. What else could you possibly do? I don't have to respect you because that was the last choice you had left. Well, it just, you could have gone to work at McDonald's and got a free lunch. Instead, you choke on dick on the internet for incels to throw money at you for. Good for you.
I got to talk about the fat thing, man, because, it's a joke here, and amongst us lot, we're all friends. We all know that I'm not actually fat. It's just a funny joke, yeah, between us, banter, right? Well, it's got off to Soph, and she started saying it. My daughter's heard it, and now my daughter is telling everyone at school to call me fat.
Graham,
so I go
didn't your daughter do a drawing of you months ago where it was just made with 2 circles?
Yeah, I know, but that was the thing. It was like, Daddy's big. Because in her mind, I am big, but now she's like, "Look how fat you are in this picture, Daddy." She's caught on to the fact that I don't like it. It just used to be pictures of Daddy. She's like, "Look," she'll hold it up, and there'll be 4 stick thin people, and there'll be one that's huge, and she'll frame it like this. She'll go, "Can you tell which one you are?" And I'm like, "Am I the fat one?" And she'll go, "Yes." Waiting for the pain on my face. I'm like, motherfucker.
Think of it as an intervention.
They were trying to force feed me chocolate today.
If you're not careful, you'll be the size of me. And then beyond, because you've got the makings of a proper one. You've got the makings of someone that needs to be lifted out their house with a fucking forklift, mate.
Oh, that'd be a good way to go.
Sores in the folds near your knees, where your stomach touches.
Largely unknown racist dies. Body lifted out of his house. Be great. That'd be your idea.
Best friend Hayden Hewitt said it's how he would have wanted to go.
Yeah.
Drop from a forklift.
Take as many pictures as you can, guys.
Massive heart attack, couldn't get up. just couldn't
Fucking
get
bastard,
up.
though. Fucking bastard. I wanted to kill her today, though. I've got no patience with her on that. Usually stuff like that is cute. She's just trying to get a rise out of me, and I don't mind. So you got to learn about how the world is and how people are going to be, and it's good and everything. But today, the amount of fucking shit and screaming and noise and bullshit, I'm just like, no mood. No mood. Pissed off. Anyway,
It's not
yeah.
her fault you're a fucking lardo.
Fuck off. Fuck off.
It's not her fault.
You can't see obesities in my face. What are you talking about?
Oh, you can, dude.
Ridiculous.
You can see it
Ridiculous.
encroaching. You can see it. You can see it coming on you. You know, but it's all right. Fat Belly says, when I spin round, my belly flies out like an apron.
That's amazing. You're fucking full of shit, man.
You're fat. Right, guys. I've got the coronavirus now.
Yeah, I know. I'm just waiting to find out that I actually have. I went to the fucking ballet on Saturday like an idiot. It's fucking loads of people there. All I did was stare at the triangle guy for 2 hours. Just there going ding, ding. He was fascinating to me. That this man's job is to just do that.
That's his thing. Better than sucking dick on the internet, though.
Yeah. It probably doesn't make as much, though.
It's probably not as much fun either, but there you go. You can take, you make your choice. Guys, thank you so much for spending your valuable time with us. We're going to bugger off now. Now, some bad news. Oh, Christ, I shouldn't have. Fucking back's hurting. Kramer's been hurting all night. I've had enough. Jesus. There's going to be no show on Thursday because we're working. So we'll try and arrange a replacement bus service for Trigger Warning at some point. Maybe we can do a broadcast after it. Depends. It'll be something like this if we get to. Just depends what time we can get finished, and I can get Graham all the way back to his place and then me drive all the way back to my place, which takes hours and hours and hours. Well, the best part of maybe half an hour, 40 minutes. But so there won't be a studio show Thursday either, but we'll try and do something if we can, if we're not too tired. If we're not too tired from the devastating effort, we might, well, that's if you can, because obviously you got some other things to consider as well. But we'll sort something out. We will sort something out. But, we'll also be back next Tuesday. And just keep checking in social media. We will be doing something on Thursday. I just don't know what yet. Probably something like this. Probably something like this. Where I'll be even more grumpy and miserable and in pain. And all these things.
I'm so grumpy at the moment. It's ridiculous. I'm just
Because
not.
you're fat.
I'm going to, and I can't even, because she's doing all the hospital shit. I can't be like harassing her about like, usually I'd be like, oh, can you just take her to school today? I don't even dare ask her. Sometimes you want a morning off, you just take her to school. She's like, oh, really? I'm the only person in Manchester Hospital working on fucking bumps, and you just want me to be late, do you?
Yeah. Think of me for a change, woman.
It was nearly midnight by the time we finished last night, thank you.
Do you know how tired I am? Do you know how exhausting it is to be that brilliant for anything up to an hour at a time?
No, ran out of fruit tea. Half hour into it, motherfucker. Half hour I've been staring at that tea bag.
Oh, is that what it looks like? A fucking tampon.
Does, doesn't it?
Fruit
It's got that same
tea.
vibe. It's probably why I like it so much. I'm like, oh.
Fruit tea. Yeah, because you have to use one yourself once a month.
Ooh. Just reminds me of my youth sucking on them.
Begging for change from thirsty men on the internet.
I know, yeah. Sit here judging cam girls, and then they're like, anyway, please don't make me have to get a real job.
Oh, dear me. It's going to get stupid. We've got to stop. Just that's it. It just ends up with us even worse than usual. Just chatting shit until the wee small hours. And I'm probably going to need a wee soon as well. So, we're done. We're done. Guys, we're gone. I've had enough. I'm going. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.